What is good, everybody? My Paper Moon fam. It's your boy, PaperSin, back with another reaction video. This one is called The Age of Making Money is Over. The middle class is done. And it's by the YouTube channel TechLead. So let's go ahead. Don't forget, as always, link to the video, link to this video, and link to this channel will both be in the description below. So be sure to check them out and see what else they have in store for you. And while you're there, don't forget to do those 3 things I like to ask you to do, like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell for more videos. Yeah. Anyway, let's check it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm interested in seeing what the guys say. I want to learn a little something. I'm trying to grow. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get my money right. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to live that life where I ain't got to worry about money. You know what I'm saying? That luxury life where it's just like, yeah, I got a couple mil chilling in the bank. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
All right, pencils down. Stop studying, stop working, stop trying to make money. That's it. Okay, I said pencils down.
I don't have.
It's time to stop being productive.
Okay.
Now, I know this is...
Hey, I'm all down for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to lounge around. What's good? All right.
Pencils down. It's time to stop being productive.
Yeah.
Now, I know this is kind of a change in the direction of our channel in which we were talking about 7 ways to be productive, and we want to be self-help improvement gurus and how to make money, learning to make passive income, learning how to code, but that's over now.
Okay.
And in fact, it's just simply not cool anymore today to even show yourself working, right? You go on YouTube, do you see anybody out here working?
No.
Nobody's working. Everybody's out there living their best lives, having fun, frolicking around, dancing, going to events, traveling, eating food. That's what people are doing out here. Maybe having fun, interesting conversations, having these.
The video in the background is, yeah, the I think the $1 billion yacht or whatever from Mr. Beast. I haven't seen that video, but I kind of want to see it because now I'm kind of like interested. Like, damn, that shit look. Anyway, it's like you take a step in the shoes of someone else who's living that lifestyle that you're after or that people fantasize about. Anyway, not sorry. Look at that. Why is it? Never mind.
Eating food. That's what people are doing out here. Maybe having fun, interesting conversations, having these podcasts, but nobody is actually sitting down working, and nobody wants to see you work either. And not to mention, the opportunity for a lot of this is gone now. If you're poor, then you might just be poor forever. And if you're rich, you're going to be rich and stay rich. And that's just how things are going to be. So if you're out there trying to make money, and I totally get why everybody's trying to do this, people want to be rich, I need to give you a bit of dose of reality.
I'm not really concerned with being quote unquote rich. I just don't want to have to worry about money and be able to do anything I want whenever I want while enjoying my life. And of course, making videos and stuff like that. So I guess rich? Damn.
Which is that there may simply not be enough opportunities. And if you don't have the money now, you just may never have it. Okay, you could be poor forever. And the reason for this is because the middle class is shrinking, actually. Like, the poor are getting poorer, the rich are getting richer, and there's just no middle class anymore. There's no opportunities. So if you're rich, you're making more from your investments and you have money, you're using that money to leverage it to make more money. And then if you're in the middle class, you may be drifting down into the lower class. And so I'm sorry to say, but that path that your parents laid out for you, which is maybe you go to school, you study, you get a normal, decent job.
I did all
that's middle class. We're going to categorize that as poor.
Being middle class, I feel like you're really just in between a rock and a hard place.
So what's going on is that you can get straight A's in school, you can graduate from a great college, you can get your internships, your research positions, whatever, you get a job, you're poor. I mean, the reality is you're not even going to get a job. I mean, just look around. You've got all these...
Yeah, actually, did all that. Of course, my degree was... my degrees were in, art, graphic design, and motion media design. And then still couldn't get a freaking job. But it's like, oh, so I do agree. Obviously, I don't think college is for everybody unless you're going into something like marine biology. Then you might want to go into college. But these days, you can learn, like my shit, for instance. I could have just learned graphic design and motion media design online somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Damn.
These tech companies laying off thousands of employees, and they're not going to go into middle class. There's no middle class. They're drifting down into poor class, and their qualifications just weren't good enough. I mean, they studied hard. They got through college. They got their degree. They got good grades. It's not enough. They're going to become poor now. And this trend is accelerated with ChatGPT AI taking up even more jobs. And then you've got other factors like technology, outsourcing, immigration, diversity initiatives, or whatnot that may be further removing jobs or reducing pay.
Expensive coastal cities like San Francisco or New York needs an income of at least $300,000 a year. For reference, just 10% of all households made $200,000 or over in 2020.
And when you combine that with a recession, we may be entering a new era where it's just not possible to make money anymore.
All right, man, you're giving me a lot of bad news and a lot of negativity. You're making my feel all feely, bro, and not in the best way. So how can we fix this? How can we, you know what I'm saying? How can we rise above? We gonna rise above. You remember that song, Wiz Khalifa, Rise Above? Anyway.
Unless you're rich. Like, if you're rich, you're gonna make more. And if you're poor, I mean, this could be it then. It could be over for you. Like, this could just be it. Like, whatever money you have now, that's it. That's the stash that you've got for the rest of your life. Because I feel there's a certain disillusionment among people who think that all you need is hustle, willpower, mindset, determination, perseverance. And there's so much self-help improvement advice out there where people say to work harder. Work on what? Work harder at what?
Exactly.
What do you want people to do? Code something, build what? Right? It's like, when you look at the coding frontier, apps are dead, APIs are dead. No platform is giving access to any data because it's too valuable for ChatGPT. Apple threatened today to shut down another app, Damus, because they weren't using their micropayments API. Apple wants their 30% app store cut. Web3 basically got killed off, so that's over. You've got Reddit shutting down their data APIs, and AI is eating up a bunch of other jobs. And then very few people are able to take advantage of ChatGPT AI because we don't have the data, and that API platform is basically closed source by OpenAI.
Where is it that a team from India, three super smart engineers could actually build something truly substantial?
Look, the way this works is we're going to tell you it's totally hopeless to compete with us on training foundation models. You shouldn't try, and it's your job to try anyway. I think
Wow, my man's just said, yo, it's totally helpless for you to compete with us. But you could try anyway. You know what I'm saying? You feel free to try, but it's helpless. There's no point. He just straight up told him.
I think it is pretty hopeless, but.
So what's going on is,
oh, that's right. He wasn't talking to him. He's talking about, I guess, the competition because the guy was asking a question. But anyway.
a few AI startups may get rich, but the rest of us are going to get poorer. And so we're entering an era where making money, I think, is just going to get harder and harder. It's kind of like, imagine living in Afghanistan. There's no opportunities there. Like, you tell some kid in Afghanistan, work hard, have perseverance, determination, have positive mindset. No, that kid's probably still going to grow up poor. There's just no opportunities out there. And America is becoming like that.
I guess he's talking about basically any third world, any country that could be considered a third world country. But I mean, low key, those houses are interesting. I would wonder what it would be like to live in one. But I'm also thinking that you probably couldn't get too much of your normal comforts that you don't even consider, that you don't even think about anymore, like air conditioning and running of water. You know what I'm saying? You probably couldn't get too many of those. I don't know, but damn.
Now, that's not to mention, if the poor are getting poorer, well, who's getting richer out there?
Right.
Well, unfortunately, we get to see these rich people on social media all the time, on Instagram, YouTube, living out their best lives, traveling on private jets, living in mansions, driving Lamborghinis, wearing Rolex watches, maybe just talking on YouTube. Or, some of these people, they're just eating free food at the Google cafeterias, showing that off in their day in the live videos. And that's kind of...
Yo! That looks like some good-ass ramen. I love ramen. Like, I try to make it myself, you know what I'm saying? But I won't be making it like that. I do use roasted seaweed strips every now and then, though. You know what I'm saying? I just be making seafood ramen. That looks, ooh. Damn.
Kind of what people want nowadays, because people are able to see really the best lifestyles out there, and people are awakening up to that, and nobody really wants the wage slave 9-to-5 life anymore. So the funny thing is today, nobody celebrates working hard anymore. You don't see a YouTube clip of somebody working hard, studying, coding away.
So first the public class.
Yeah, these videos aren't really gonna get too many views, unless it's obviously fits to a certain niche, excuse me, of people who are actually wanting to learn that stuff. So they're gonna get some views and everything, obviously, but nowadays, like especially with, of course, that survey went around, and most kids in America want the job. Their job is to want to be a YouTuber. So they're not really gonna be looking to learn how to code. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, what is our future, yo? Huh?
Cut. So ante you choose.
No, people are just out there showing their best lives, having fun. And that's what people want to see, and that's cool. And so in my opinion, the era of social media self-help gurus is shifting away, basically. It's losing some popularity because nobody wants to hear about 7 ways to make money, 7 ways to improve your productivity, 7 ways to optimize your mindset. You know, people kind of get that by now. It's like there's no secret key to success. You just got to work hard. And people are more interested in really seeing others spending money, right? It's like the most popular channel, Mr. Beast, is a guy who just spends loads of money. That's what people want to see. People don't want to see you making money. That's not interesting. That's not popular. It's not cool to make money. You want to be unpopular? And so it's not going to get you any dates if you're just...
I don't know. Like I think if you do it right, you can make the look or the feel or the outside view of making money encouraging and fun. You know what I'm saying? Personally, I would like to encourage people to follow their dreams responsibly, of course. So hopefully through my videos and my effort, people will see me following my dreams and they'll be encouraged to do the same, because my dreams will be, well, because I'll also try and show the things that I do and how following my dreams responsibly ends up making money in the long run. And of course, obviously I'm not showing them how to code or anything, but they're still being inspired to follow their own dreams and make money their way. So technically it's like, you know what I'm saying, you're making the thought or the view of making money entertaining, or at least I forgot the word for it. Something like at least something that that drives people to do it. Anyway, bro, you know what I'm trying to say.
Sitting around slaving away at your wage slave 9-to-5 job, trying to make a few bucks, trying to make money. People aren't impressed by that at all. People want to see the Lambos, the mansions, travel lifestyle, or maybe they want to go watch music, gaming, art, or maybe just argue over politics and try to tear each other down. That's what people are interested in, not in trying to make money anymore. I mean, it's like there are phases in society where everybody goes to the self-help section in the bookstore, and that used to be popular, like you want to see rich dad, poor dad content. But then after a while, people are fed up with that. 7 ways to influence your friends and make money. No, people are done with that. Like it doesn't work. People get it. And then people just want to read Harry Potter. And I think we're entering this sort of people want to read Harry Potter phase. And quite frankly, even people who seem to have money are just sitting around acting depressed, because the next step is they have to go out there and actually match those influencer lifestyles that everybody's watching on YouTube. People who are actually spending boatloads of cash. That's the lifestyle everybody's aspiring to now. So it's not enough to simply just make money. You got to first get to that, get some money, and then you have to actually spend that money, and then you have to have the time to spend that money. So it's like 3 levels up that you got to get to, and you're like, you don't even have the money to be able to spend it and have the time to do that for. So in addition to you simply not having opportunities anymore, because we're just pulling up the ladder, there's no middle class anymore. You're either poor or you're rich, nothing in between. You've also got the most successful people blasting out how amazing their lives are on social media 24/7 as if it's normal, and everybody's aspiring for that.
I mean, I guess, yeah, everybody's aspiring for that, but in a way, at least it's encouraging. And people just have to like say if you were someone who does coding, you could look at things like this and be like, that's what's coming to me if I continue forward on this path. So all I gotta do is keep trying, keep going, and use it as encouragement to move forward and to grow and to become the version of you that you want to become. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully you do it responsibly and everything. But yeah, I mean, it can be used as encouragement and not just people seeing that and then falling and getting depressed because they can't do it right away. You know what I'm saying?
And nobody wants to see you working, struggling. Like, are you poor? Like, nobody wants to associate with the poor class. People want to aspire to that rich class. That's who you're going to be compared with. It's like, why can't you be like Mr. Beast, handing out millions of dollars every single day to just random people? Like, why can't you do that? And so you've just got all these people so far behind, falling further behind by the day, where they first have to make the money, and they can't even make the money. But once they do, assuming they can, they have to figure out how to spend that money. That's going to take some time and effort to figure out which watch they want, which Lambo, which mansion they want. And then they have to get the time, maybe figure out a way to quit their jobs, which right now they don't even have. And then they have to set up passive income streams. That's going to take time to set up so that they can do some travel. Right. And it's like, you just can't catch up anymore after a while. It's over.
I don't think it's over. I think you can still do it.
You see, you thought that you had all the time in the world, that you could just do your studies, do your 9-to-5 job, and later on, if you just work hard, that success comes to those who work hard. Well, no, it doesn't. It doesn't have to. There's no guarantee that if you work hard, that there's going to be some opportunity for you. Right? Like, you could get into a company and they'll lay you off, or they just don't have jobs for you.
True, but that it also could mean that you weren't meant to go in that direction, and that there's something better waiting for you. You just have to, you know what I'm saying, be open to it, and it'll come to you, type of thing. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, like, you could try to work hard. Like, there's different types of working hard. You can try to work hard, like physical labor or whatever. But depending on your definition of working hard could depend on the success you're going towards on the path that you're on. So, like, obviously right now people are looking for entertainment a lot of times. So if you're working hard in that entertainment industry, you have a higher chance of success over working hard in like physical labor, building a house or something like that, or physical labor in general. You know what I'm saying? Because there's more money, right, in the entertainment industry than there is in most physical labor industries. You know, but depending on how you get there depends. Of course, there's also more competition in the entertainment industries. So that's also why, depending on how hard you work or what are you doing, you gotta find your niche, or you gotta make it so that it's like, what am I trying to say? My mind is everywhere. So you gotta make it so that you have to stand out in a way where people will find you and people will want to be entertained by you. You know what I'm saying? Like Kai Cenat, like that dude's pretty entertaining because he knows what he's doing. But there's not as much competition in like most physical labor jobs and stuff like that, because everybody's already getting money and stuff like that, and it is easier to get like a livable wage in that area. Like you can just, anyway. I'm done. Y'all get what I'm saying, right? It depends on the path you're choosing and the category. In the category, there's certain circumstances. Who you know, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So
that's it. So you worked hard and there's just nothing waiting for you. So here's how to think about your life. The best analogy is the Titanic, which we may be, right? America could be on the decline, but if you're on this sinking ship, are you going to study? Like there's this quiet desperation in there where nobody has time to see you studying. It's like people are just wondering, what are you doing? you would just go to the buffet and just eat as much food as you can. Just try to enjoy life. And I think that's what people are doing. And that's what's cool. That's what's trendy these days. Personally, I don't consume self-help, self-improvement advice, or I don't think about ways to make money. I don't have time for that. And so the critical flaw I see so many people doing out here is they're still trying. They're still trying to save the system when it's over. You know, you see all these political debates online, people so enthusiastic and getting so heated about the country and what's best for the future of America. It's over.
You got to change with the time.
It's over. The whole thing's going to be over. It's gone. You see, if you actually know about history, around the end of World War II is when the US began rewriting history in its own favor. History is written by the victor. So if your goal is truth and honor, which so many people online profess it to be, and you're so heated about what's right and what's wrong. I mean, look, you're living in an your whole life is a lie, right? So maybe you should just accept that.
Damn.
And you're either going to make it or you're not going to make it. And there's no in between. There's no try. It's like what Yoda says, do or do not, but there's no middle ground here. So here's my advice.
Yeah.
The window of opportunity is closing, right? The poor is getting poor, the rich is getting richer. There's no middle class. If you happen to spot an opportunity and you want to change classes from poor to rich, then you may want to go after it quickly because it's not going to last forever. Otherwise, I would just make a conscious choice now if you're going to be poor or rich. And look, there's nothing wrong with having the self-awareness and humility to say to yourself, you don't have it in you to be rich. Like, you're just going to be a poor person. That's totally cool. And then you would just want to befriend like other rich people, like say your friends or your family, instead of say pretending that you're going to be this fiercely independent person who's disowned their parents, disowned their friends, and then you're stuck in this world with no opportunity, just working on this hustle, wasting your own time. Now,
yeah, I did lose track of that. I'm not gonna lie. I was so obsessed with trying to show why people can still, get rich, that I lost sight of, hey, not everybody wants to do that. Some people just want to live normal lives. Some people just want to chill. Some people just want to relax. Some people don't want to have the pressure of trying to trying to reach different heights and stuff like that. Like or not, I don't want to say reach different heights, but like reach the level of success, or they don't, or they're not worried about being the next Jay-Z or Beyonce. They're not worried about being the next Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos. They're not worried about it. They're just chill, enjoying their own lives, and that's always a good thing. You know what I'm saying? There's no shame in that at all. So I did lose myself for a second of trying to show, hey, yeah, people, you can still make it. You can still make it. You can do it. You can do it. But I had to bring myself back. My bad. But yeah.
On the other hand, if you want to belong to the rich class, well, just recognize that this mediocre 9-to-5 life of mediocrity may not cut it, because that's middle class. It no longer really exists anymore. I would then otherwise find small pockets of communities that you can live in and just ignore all the crazy politics going on, because it's a sinking ship. There's a lot of people who are going to waste their time. Some people are going to try to save the Titanic by scooping buckets of water out, making a lot of fuss and noise about it. But maybe just look for some exit plans, something where you can spend a little bit more time outside of the US, take some vacation, set up remote income streams, passive income, stuff like that. And so there you have it. As a society, I believe that we're basically done making money. We're shifting away from the making of money. People aren't really interested in that. And now we're just spending money or watching other people spend money and living vicariously through them. It's over. If you like the video, give a like and subscribe. See you in the next.
I get what he's saying, because people, he's right. People aren't very concerned with how, I guess not everybody is concerned with how they can make money, like, or different ways they can do it. Like, I used to be trying to get more into affiliate marketing, but and other things, like there's and like things like creating different forms of passive income. Like with Amazon, you can just make little videos about whatever item on Amazon you bought or is sold on Amazon. You can like make a little video about it, and if somebody watches the first 30 seconds of that video, then and then buys the item, you'll get commission for it. And like I know a couple of these things, but I just haven't, been trying to do anything like that. Because personally I've just been focusing on this and my 9 to 5. But I'm using that as an example because I saw I saw it, but I put the interest in trying to pursue that part to the side for now, and other people are just not even worried about it. So, but at the same time, like I said, there's nothing wrong with just wanting to live a normal life. Personally, I do want to pursue there's the lifestyle that I want, and I'm pursuing it, so I'm working towards it basically. But I really like this video. It's different from the ones we usually watch on this channel, but it was very helpful and excuse me, and very insightful. So be sure to check them out. As like I said before in the beginning, the link to the video and link to the channel will both be in the description below. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. It's also if you're aiming to get quote unquote get rich, it's adaptability that will also help you to rise in ranks and to get noticed and stuff like that. You have to be able to adapt. If you're one of the people who are trying to use a bucket to throw water out of the Titanic, like you mentioned before, you'll be able to, but you adapt. You can realize, hey, this isn't doing anything for me. Let me go and do this other thing instead, so that I can actually make some progress or whatever. But yeah, link to his channel and link to his video will both be in the description below. And you know what that's after that. In case I don't see you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace and much love to you.